We went on a visit to Makkah and Madinah for 10 days. We used Al Amana travel agents. Our package was arranged by Afsal, who was very helpful in arranging everything, including the travel assistance, which is assistance traveling through the massive airports. He kept contact throughout the journey and even stepped in when our hotel room was not ready in Medina. There was only one misunderstanding: the distance of the hotel in Mecca from the Masjid al-Haram. We were expecting a 3 to 4 minute walk but got 12 to 15 minutes car ride, but we managed to get around that. Our package included hotels for 6 nights in Mecca and 4 nights in Medina, flights to Jeddah Airport and from Medina Airport, transportation from Jeddah Airport to Mecca Hotel, from Mecca Hotel to Medina Hotel, and finally from Medina Hotel to Medina Airport. All other transportation and food were extra expenses we paid separately. We flew to Mecca via Jeddah Airport right as the Hajj season ended, so there were still some stragglers, and unfortunately, our first night was 1st of Haram, the Islamic New Year, and they were having a ceremony to change the black cloth over the Kaaba, the Kiswa, and do their yearly maintenance. It meant it was quite busy, and there were a lot of people there to do Umrah, which we hadn't been expecting. People recommend going after 11 p.m., but it was still super busy. The quietest times were actually around 9 to 11 a.m. We started our journey in Mecca. First, we stayed at Boca Mecca Hotel in Mecca. They had excellent service, room service especially fast, and food was very tasty. When we got there, the room looked clean, but on closer inspection, the beds, which were made up, the sheets and the towels looked like they were used. We called to get it sorted, and someone came within 10 minutes and made changes. That was the only downside to this hotel. Restaurants and shops were for me too far to walk, but a shuttle bus or taxi could take you to the Haram, about 12 minutes drive. Next to the Haram were many shops and the clock tower, which is right in front of gate 1 to the Haram, as many restaurants. In fact, floors 3 and 4 were devoted to food shops. We were very pleased with the flavors. They even had a massive supermarket inside to do some grocery shopping and pick up souvenirs. The clock tower also has the International Museum of the Prophet's Life, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which we highly recommend visiting. If you don't feel like going out, you have 3 restaurants at Boca Mecca with 24/7 in-room dining, which we made great use of. The food was delicious too. In fact, we were quite impressed with the flavors. In Medina, we stayed at Jiwar Medina Hotel. As we arrived, 2 bus loads were waiting to take guests away. So they were delayed, and it meant our room was not ready when we got there. We had to wait 2.5 hours, but when we eventually got in, we were very impressed with the standard. Definitely cleanliness was much better compared to Boca Mecca. As we had in Boca Mecca, we got a room with 4 beds for just 2 of us. There was no in-room dining, and room services was rubbish. The restaurant was also not open, but we had restaurants within 2 to 3 minutes walking distance, so not a problem. The Prophet's Masjid sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also only about 3 to 4 minutes walk. As you can see, there's plenty of storage in both hotels. Boca Mecca had about 5 cupboards, and this one had 3. Plenty of places to put your things in, especially for such a short stay. Both hotels contain safes to put your valuables away. Jibra Hotel also provided some other goodies, as you can see over there. Both hotels provided a little seating area to do some reflecting, also tea making things, lots of water bottles, and a fridge to store said water or some other juices or other things that you want. For those that just want to do their rituals quickly and then sightsee, there's plenty to do. If you want to see significant historical places like Cape Hira, there are many people who'll take you. We opted for more modern places like the museums showing the life of the Prophet ﷺ, found in the clock tower where we went. But the same museum can be found in Medina in As-Safiya Museums and Park. In Medina, we went to the Story of Creation Museum, also in As-Safiya Museums and Park. We loved both as they are 3D spectacles, but they are whistle-stop tours with QR codes along the way so you can look things up later. When we were still in Mecca, we also stopped at Jeddah for a sunset cruise, which was also very enjoyable. This was not included in our package. All in all, an enjoyable 10-day stay in Makkah and Madinah. Highly surprised at how modern it is, especially Medina, which is completely built and beautiful. Makkah is still under development, but still beautiful and impressive considering it is a mountainous region and of course takes time and planning to build on. And we were also pleasantly surprised at the activities available.